Hello and good morning. I am Allan James, the Channel Manager at Eureka Solutions. As Channel Manager, I look after the business partners that resell our Sage add-on products. Well, let me tell you a little bit more about me. I've been at Eureka for around 12 years. It'll be 12 years in January, having spent the previous 10 working at Sage in Newcastle. I was the channel manager for the Scotland business partners, Ireland, and the north of England. I have been in the Sage market since about 91, so over 30 years experience working with business and finance and integration into and around the Sage 200 product. So with that history or that experience, I believe I have the knowledge to effectively discuss and improve business efficiency. So the short agenda for this morning is I'm going to give you an introduction into Eureka, who we are and what we do. We're going to have an introduction into a sort of helicopter view of Sage 200. And then in the time we've got allotted, we're going to have a look at Sage 200, generally the UI, the look and feel. We'll look at financials and the core differences between perhaps 50 or a lesser product and Sage 200. And we'll have a quick dive into stock control and order processing. And the last 5 minutes we'll have for a Q&A. So Eureka were founded in 2004 based on two guiding principles: customer service and technical expertise. We're really keen on being the top partner for our clients on the deliverables for Sage 200. We believe our support and customer experience is at a very high level, as is our technical expertise. We have won the Sage Developer of the Year 5 times in our history. And we have some stiff competition out there, but we are known within the Sage 200 business partner channel as being the go-to place for development and integration for Sage 200. We have around 140 plus, around about 150 Sage 200 implementations under our belt. We look after many Sage 200 sites with a daily, with our team daily supporting our customer base. Our account management team also guide and advise when businesses choose to improve their own internal processes. We can advise in that sort of area. So Eureka now have around 80 staff, and the majority of our staff are in technical roles. We do obviously have our accounts department, our admin, and our projects department. But we have the majority of our team are in support, development, consultancy, and technical sales roles within the business. We have a customer satisfaction site called Customer Sure that we ask our clients once their support calls have been completed to go to that site and give us true and honest feedback. And we currently have a 9.7 out of 10 satisfaction. And I believe during the month of June, we have 100% or 10 out of 10 satisfaction level from our customers. Eureka being known as a developer, we have a catalogue of Sage 200 add-ons to improve the functionality, the out-the-box functionality of the already strong functional product of Sage 200. But we add functionality that's specific to businesses, and I'll highlight those products on another slide. We are an integration specialist. We have an iPaaS, an integration platform as a service, which is sold on a monthly subscription to integrate Sage 200 with multiple other platforms like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, Salesforce, to name about half a dozen. If we haven't got the connector within Besyncly, we can write the connector. So if you operate more than one platform for your business, we can bring them all together to automate those processes. I wanted to highlight half a dozen or so of our customers, just to show you the diversity in the base of customers using Sage 200. Neogen, who are a food security business based in Scotland, who have customers and offices worldwide. A1 Pharmaceuticals, who supply medical devices, have a turnover of about 53 million, and supply medical devices to the private medical sector as well as the NHS. Green Tech, one of my favourite customers, who are a groundsworks type business. As you can see, Green Tech sports stuff. They have done work on Hampden Park, Murrayfield, St Andrews, and other prestigious sporting venues throughout Scotland. Goals, who own around 50 or so five-a-side pitches throughout Scotland, and the income is based on the renting of those five-a-side pitches. Western Ferries, who own 4 roll-on, roll-off ferries and manage ferries on the Western Isles of Scotland to and from the mainland. And Kelvin Power Tools, and we have a comment from John Breslin, Managing Director of Kelvin, who supply power tools. You can either buy power tools, rent power tools, and they use our Sales Order Plus, which is a product that allows trade counter facility, the ability to take orders and manage those orders efficiently over the phone with a headset on. And that's a nice comment from John. Okay. There are around, I guess nowadays there's around 35 or so Sage 200 partners in the UK. So the customer has a lot of businesses to choose from. What differentiates Eureka from others? Well, first of all, we have the technical expertise, obviously around 200, but around the development and the further expansion of the 200 product. But looking at the core offering of Sage 200, they have the financials modules, which, as it says there, sales ledger, purchase ledger, general ledger or nominal ledger, and cash book. We have recently added an invoice module to the financials. So you can invoice out of financials and just manage a very simple accounting process. We have project accounting within Sage 200, which allows you to manage project costs. Now, a project may have many more guises than you think it has, so we use projects for many functions within the system. But as you add the modules to Sage 200, the monthly subscription cost will obviously increase. There are bill of materials, which is another module that can be added to the core financials. The ability to combine stock assembly and process functions integrated into both stock and nominal. But the core functions around commercials, the ability to create sales orders, purchase orders, manage stock, invoicing, and price book. The price book is sort of focused all around specific customer pricing and price bands, and the ability to link customers to a specific price band. So when you're processing your orders, the customer is receiving their price. Our add-ons. We have a bundle of add-ons. We have the Plus Pack, which we give away as part and parcel, free of charge, on the sale of Sage 200. It's 90 additional features to improve and enhance the functionality of Sage 200, to make it that little bit more efficient, quicker, slicker. Those of you coming from Sage 50, perhaps there are certain functions that you may miss moving to Sage 200. There are one or two functions within the Plus Pack that can take you back to that Sage 50 functionality. Sales Order Plus, as I've mentioned before, it allows you to take orders over the phone. It allows you to key orders in a rapid mode. It allows the user, when processing the order, to access any part of the Sage system to perhaps answer questions for the customer on the phone. If the stock they're looking for isn't available, when's it due next in? Are there any alternative products? What's the current price? Can I order what I ordered before on a previous order? So many things you can answer. And we can organize a specific call after this event to take you through our specific add-ons. Purchase Order Plus, very similar to Sales Order Plus, offers the ability to run round the system very quickly. We have a utility bar on the left-hand side of the screen, and we have a rapid order grid. There are many additional functions, adding from previous orders, copying from previous orders, looking historically what I've purchased from my suppliers and adding those items to the order, and much more. Stock Plus. Stock Plus is specifically targeted at the retail sector. I'm saying clothing, that's how it sort of works, but it's not just clothing. Anybody that has a dimension within a stock item. So if you're selling clothing, I know, let's say t-shirts, and you've got a small, medium, large, extra large, extra large, all in different colors, they will all require individual stock codes. Stock Plus allows you to create those stock codes based on those dimensions automatically. Thereafter, Stock Plus can create hundreds of stock items in seconds. Courier link. Everybody nowadays uses couriers. We have a courier module that fully integrates with Sage 200 once we go to dispatch the order. From memory, we've got DPD, we've got Royal Mail, we've got Parcel Force, and many others. There's about 6 or 7 couriers. So let's take the process. If you go to, let's say we're using DPD and we want to inform DPD that we've got a consignment to be picked up or consignments to be picked up, we can, at the dispatch point of the order, we will send the consignment to DPD. They will send back the label that will automatically print off and send back the tracking number, which will automatically populate Sage 200. And there's lots of other functions within there, sort of cut-off times and all that sort of thing. Fixed assets. Within Sage 200, there is a fixed assets module. Our fixed assets module is an addition, and it adds additional functionality, not to the existing Sage fixed assets. It is a completely separate model, and it's sort of focused around vehicles and when the insurance is due and when the road tax is due and all that sort of thing. So it all ties nicely, and we can raise purchase orders for assets. We can sell assets on a sales order and so on. All fully integrated. We can do the month-end process again with fixed assets. Okay, one of our larger modules, which is warranty, service and repair, allows you as the user to sell something and then maintain it, service it, repair it. So when we sell the module or sell the product, i.e. a fridge, we sell it with a warranty. And it will start the warranty, it will allow us to renew the warranty, send a confirmation that it's going to be renewed, log repairs, log stock items against the repair, log time against the repair, and manage all that side of the function. AFD lookup and validate fully integrates Sage 200, allows us to search on the old GPO or post office database. It's not old, as I stated there. It is current. It is constantly being updated, and you can search for company names from postcode and so on. So you're sending your goods to the correct postcode, to the correct address. We have data exchange. Data exchange is the pre-runner. I'm just checking my time here. Data exchange is the pre-runner to Besyncly, and it will allow you to manage integrations with Sage 200 on a local basis, where Besyncly is a fully cloud-based solution. Data exchange is a local solution that will hook on to Sage 200 and allow you to import and export from the product. Okay, we like when delivering Sage 200 to a business, we know it is a bit of a wrench for a business to change their current processes, but our 20 or more years of expertise, we understand that it is painful at times. We have a set process when delivering our implementation. We go to configure the software requirements following a scoping day with you and your team. We look, as you will see in Sage 200, there are multitudes of settings within the system within the core system and within each module. So it's important that the people delivering the system understand your business and advise and assist in taking you forward with Sage to make sure that the process is delivered with ease. The system can be set up in many, many different ways. So you may want certain reports for one department. You may want other layouts for another. You might want a statement layout in this format for that department and so on. All this is editable and changeable, and our team assist in that process. Training. It is important that we deliver quality training to you as our customer. And I've been in the business for over 30 years. I am not a trainer or consultant. I can assure you our trainers and consultants are far more knowledgeable and expertise in the Sage 200 system. And we believe we deliver excellent quality training. UAT, user acceptance testing, is important for you as well as us. And we might have to tweak the configuration slightly during this process, but we want to get it right for you so we can go live on the first hit. In my experience in the past working at Sage, I have known deliverables never going live or struggling to go live. This is not an issue with our team because of our implementation process. So we work with you, doing those little tweaks, and then we go live with a new system. We support you going live. As we know, it can be a scary process, switching everything on and hoping everything is switched on correctly. We work and still tweak a little, I guess, to get you through that go live process. And there again, after the go live process, we are still there on support, on the telephone, via email or online, and you can have support thereafter. Okay, so let's have a quick look at Sage 200. We'll look at the financials, stock control, and order processing. But I've got some notes because I tend to get deep, and I don't really want to go that deep. So let me just throw that up a little bit, and I'll maybe put it down here. Okay. So first of all, if you've used Sage 50 in the past or are using Sage 50 now, then you can see there's a similarity. Similarity in the menu. The menu all have, they're all list view menus or drop-down menus. And you can see if they were all open, it would get somewhat confusing. But there are many ways to navigate the system. We can use, if we just pop into nominal ledger and we go into process maps. So each ledger has process maps, and we can go specifically to that part of the system by clicking on the process maps. I've got to apologize for the speed of my system. My system decided to do a Microsoft update at 10 to 10, and I was having kittens at that point. It will speed up, I believe. Okay, so here we have the ability to go to specific functionality within Sage 200 from a process map. We can go from the left-hand side of the screen. We can create what we call our favorites. So Allan, as a user, enters new sales orders returns. He enters quotes. So these are the functions that Allan uses on a daily basis. So if I just click on my favorites, that's the menu I see. If I go into the module and I list the module, I have the ability to click any of the functions here. Or I can fire up the functions from the right-hand key and then process the function from the mouse rather than the menu bar at the top or on the left. I'd also like to take you to various settings within the UI. So there are 3 types of printing. I'm just going to pop there now. I print everything to a spooler. Oh, this is the preferences. This allows us to change the screen. So you can have a dark screen, a white screen, or a light screen. The spacing can be normal or wide or narrow. And you can reset your desktop at any time. So if you don't like this color, you can change it. Choose output mode. So you may want to automatically print to a specific printer on any occasion. You can select that. You might want to preview it on screen before you print it, or you can send it to a spooler and then go to the spooler and then print out from the spooler, as we can see here, and we can print here. There are numerous settings within here. We can go from one company to another. Sage 200 comes out the box with 99 companies. Nothing more in here. Let's have a look here. So this is the Sage ideas. So if you're using the product and you think to yourself, well, if it just did this, if I add this to the Sage ideas channel, and it would normally work a lot quicker than this. My Microsoft is obviously still updating. This would allow you to create a sign-in. Once you've created that sign-in, it would be there and allow you to send information directly to Sage. Please add a little bell here, add a button here, do this, do that. And that's useful. That lets Sage know what their customer base want. Here again is adding information to our favorites, and any screen can be added to the favorites. And this one here is for help. If we hit the question mark at any time in any field, then that help will come up. So let's go to the accounting system manager and let's go to accounting period, maintain accounting periods. For those of you who are using Sage 50, Sage 50 has an open accounting period process. So you can, unfortunately, post information back in to the previous month, even though in your mind you've closed it off. You can still process, send information back into the previous month, even though you've done all your reports, printed off your month end, done all your audit trail reports, and I've filed it all away. And because someone put the wrong date into a transaction, it completely cocks everything up. However, in Sage 200, you have the ability to close the periods as you go through those periods. That's a good point to note. You also, depending on the user rights, you have the ability to reopen a period that you've closed, post a transaction, and then close that period again. That all depends on the user rights. So depending on what type of user you are, whether or not you have that functionality, it sort of gives control to the accountant or the accounts department, allowing them to manage how the core functions within the system or accounting periods are managed. Another thing about Sage 200 is the nominal structure or the nominal ledger. Within Sage 50, that's what I'm referring back to most of the time, you have a nominal code and it's a number and it's from and to, like sales is 4,000 to 4,999, purchases 5,000 to 5,999, telephone bill 7,502, balance sheet items 0 to 3,999. Those are all sort of set in stone in 50. However, completely different in Sage 200. You can obviously have a default, but it is suggested that the default or the structure you create is bespoke to you. So that's one point. And you don't fit, you don't fit the way you do in Sage 50. It is completely flexible. You can report in any way around your nominal structure. So as you know, in Sage 50, we have a nominal structure with nominal codes. There are departments in 50, but they're not departments of a nominal. It's just a sort of analysis field. In Sage 200, you have nominal code, cost centers, and departments. So you'll see here we have wages and salaries. Nominal code 81. We go down to salaries of directors, admin, to admin cost center, admin department. And you'll see the different cost centers and nominal codes being broken down as we go. So therefore, and the same would happen in sales. I just go up a little. So yeah, here we have a 31 nominal code with a cost centre Scotland for total sales in Scotland. And here we have all the 3100s broken down by cost centre and department to give us that better, stronger analysis to make us a more agile business. We have budgets, we have profile budgets, but there are many, many ways to budget a nominal within Sage 200. We also have within the nominal, I'm just going to go back here a second. As that counts as a manager, we have, give me a second. Apologies, I've lost what I was looking for. Right, I'll move on. So we looked at the nominal list, we've looked at the period end. Oh, one thing on the period end. Yeah, apologies. One thing on the period end, we have the ability to manage consolidation. So if we have multiple companies running within Sage 200, assuming all companies within the Sage 200 are utilizing the same base currency, we can, and have a very similar, if not same, nominal structure, consolidation, a consolidation company can be created and allow the data to be sucked in from all companies to manage a consolidated P&L and balance sheet. So let's go to sales order processing and let's have a look within here. So as mentioned here, we have got a new order, a new full order, or a new rapid order. I'm going to create a new a new full order. So the first thing it asks for is the customer. And here we have the sales order. We add an item to the order. And here we're adding a blender. So you can see here, I can see my free stock quantity of said blender. My default warehouse. I have multiple warehouses in Sage 200, so I could issue it or fulfill it from any warehouse, and you see the free stock in every warehouse. My fulfillment method is from stock, but I could fulfill from supplier via stock or direct to the customer from supplier. Here I have my selling units. I put my quantity in. I could allocate these stock items to a project and then cost the project thereafter. I put my request date on the order and the customer's, our promise date and the customer's request date. That adds the line onto the order. And I could add, again, I could add a free text item, an additional charge like carriage, any comment lines, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that sort of stuff. And I would process the order as normal. Now, the Eureka Sales Order Plus module, as mentioned earlier, offers a menu on the left-hand side of the screen to allow quicker functionality. As we're getting close to the time, I just wanted to have a quick check, make sure I've covered what I'd like to cover. There is a place within here, within our order processing, we may want our staff to have certain functions, and we may want other staff not to have the ability to perhaps view the profit. Allan James can do everything, but you may want your user not being able to view profit, not being able to view discounts. It will automatically, purposefully add the discount set against the customer. You might not want them to override credit hold, override prices. All these can be edited by the system. We also have a profit warning in the Plus pack that you get if you purchase Sage 200 from Eureka. You get a profit warning that will allow the user to see if they're making enough profit on an order line, or it will stop them if they're not making enough profit on an order line. I just want a quick minute in stock. Stock is much more powerful than Sage 50. And things like, off the top of my head, we can sell in eaches, stock in boxes of 12, and value in boxes of 50. So it's very functional around the stock side. Let me just amend an existing. So there are lots of functions within here. Moving stock from A to B. There are lots of functions as well within the Plus pack to help the product somewhat. Yeah, apologies for the speed of my machine. It is still doing a Microsoft update. Okay, I'm just going to rattle through this as I know time's tight. So we have the code, the name, a big, huge description at the bottom. Product groups. The stock items are all tied into product groups. Allows for better reporting, allows for better access, quicker searching, and so on. We have numerous analysis codes that we can use against each stock item that we can use for many reasons. The basic nominal structure for this specific stock code, which is normally started from product group level. Suppliers of said stock, lead times, money spent with supplier, alternative suppliers, default suppliers, alternative products, locations, where my stock is, my minimums and maximums, perhaps a drawing, a technical drawing, or a specification, a memo, any comments that I'm holding for my picking list and my dispatch note that will automatically populate documents. And here I have my selling prices based on price bands. So if you're in price band 4, you pay that price. If you're in standard, you pay that price. I think you get, and the price bands are linked to the customer. There's a lot more to Sage 200, obviously. I'm running pretty tight. Nathan, are there any questions?
No, Alan, we've not had any questions come through at the minute. We can hang on a moment in case there's anything that comes to anyone's mind that they want to get asked. Obviously, I know you go away sometimes and things pop into your head. So if anything comes to you later on today, don't hesitate to get in touch with us with anything for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. We'll hold on, see if there are any questions. If you would like a full Sage 200 presentation specifically focused to your business, please drop an email to us and we'll get that organized for you. If you like to see anything specific, be it, I don't know, integrations, the warranties module, data exchange, or anything like that, just drop an email, let us know. Or if there's anything we can help with around your accounting and ERP functionality. I'd like to thank you for coming on to this call. It was a coffee break. I wish all my coffee breaks were 45 minutes. I hope that you've gained something from the call this morning. And if we can be of any further help, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and our marketing team will drop you a video and a recording of this presentation. I thank you for your time, and I wish you a good day. Thank you very much.